Hi, it's 24th of July. Now, for post budget date, everyone is predicting the what should be the growth rate of the India. Like last year, it was around 8.2% because India is an emerging global economy and we want to become the third largest economy by 2027. Currently, we are at the fifth position. So, yes, the growth percentage plays a very crucial role to help India to become the third largest economy. For that, we need to beat the Japan and the Germany. Blueprint for the developed India inclusive growth. India's budget outlined a strategic vision for the economic development for by the 2047 with a focus on the employment, startup, climate action, and the budget aims to support growth and innovation. Allocation for the youth SMEs and the green incentive indicate a commitment for the sustainable economic package. Yes, these are highlighted parts are important for the development of the India because these currently are the underdeveloped areas as area. India is having a great employment problem. Around 5% of the youth is unemployed, and SMEs are the small and micro and medium enterprises with a very small amount of the capital those are doing businesses. So in India is not ranked as much for the ease of doing business. So government continuously brings something for the MSME in every budget to help them to facilitate their operating effectiveness and the fund requirements indirectly. Even in not directly supporting to them, but indirectly within their cycle. Like last year in the income tax, it was amendment in section 43BH, which mandates everyone to pay the MSME, micro and small players, to within the 45 days or 20 days if there is no agreement. If they are not getting paid, so there will be disallowance to the those who are having the expense on that side. So this allowance will definitely affect the tax amount of the person. So they better to pay the MSME within their time. Also, there is a MSME Act which mandates to pay them within the agreement or the 45 days, whichever is earlier. If not, they have to pay the interest size amount, and also this interest will be disallowed. And for MSME, the government in the banking sector has given a mudra loans of 20 lakhs around, which can be easily given. You need to give the business idea, and it is backed by the government guarantee. So there is primary guarantee is the government guarantee, and the secondary guarantee can be yours guarantee also. Let's read the full news of this. So it is by the Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw. The writer is exclusive chairperson, Biocoin and Biocoin Biologics. This budget builds on the interim budget and set the tone for the next year's exercise. It aligns with the vision of enabling India to achieve a developed economic status by the 2047. So by 2027 we want to become the fifth largest, and by 2047, almost 20 years post the third largest, we want to become a developed nation. This statement of the intent is supported by the future-oriented plan and backed by the specific allocation in the employment generation and skilling, startups, research, innovation, and MSME, and the climate action to the support the Indian ambition. Yes, the budget come in the backdrop of the resilient economy with the healthy macroeconomic fundamentals. The economic survey estimated that the Indian real GDP will grow at the pace of the 6.5% to 7% in the financial year 25, reflecting rising global confidence in the Indian economic powers. Fiscal deficit for the 2 year is estimated to be 4.9% of the indicating a commitment of the fiscal prudence while the supporting the growth. This fiscal deficit is also, we have all the finance minister has also done a great job for reducing the fiscal deficit as compared to year on year. Last year it was 5.9%. Around this year we have reduced by 1%. Reducing by 1% is a great thing when it comes to the macroeconomic factors. The budget has paid attention to the employment generation, skilling, entrepreneurship, and the startup economy. To address this crucial need, Finance Minister has allocated 2 trillion over the next 5 years to benefit 40 million youth people. The scheme to provide a 10 million youth Indians with an internship at the large companies with the government and the CSR backed stipends over the next 5 years Is it right approach to employability in the jobs for the future? 21 million youths are expected to be benefit from the employment link incentive. The government will provide a month's wage or will provide a month's wage to all new entrants in the formal sector. So they have given a two things that in the formal sector the first first month salary will be given provided by the government, and for the EPF contribution the government will be providing 3000 rupees per month for the next 2 years. And also they are allowing to for the companies to pay the expense to bear the expense for around from their CSR fund up to the max 10% of the CSR amount. So it will be uh, very relaxation or very motivating for the companies to give internship to the students, because it is mandatory for them to do expenditure on the CSR. Now when you give internship you are getting work done from them, and also you are utilizing the mandatory statutory requirement also. So it is will be double benefit for the companies. The Indian startup scene is a vibrant and dynamic space. Government of India decision to abolish the angel tax for the classes of the investor in India. This will create a more favorable environment for the investment and the early stage startup in the India and boost the overall startup ecosystem, thereby forecasting the growth and innovation. Yes, in the angel tax, what was there that if the new company or the unlisted company is going to issue their share at a greater value than the FMV, so the company needs to pay a tax on the difference between the value they are issuing the share and the FMV of their share. So this was very uh, a stone in the way of this investor to invest, because this will an extra cost to them. But now they have abolished the angel tax, so this will be very welcoming for the investor to invest freely and without considering the FMB of that they can invest either they can raise the fund at the far above value than the FMB also. Also, the data shows that there is an 8% year-on-year growth by the private equity in the venture capital in the first 6 months of the in this calendar year. Further, the decision to double the limit of the 20 lakhs to the collateral-free Mudra loans from the small and the micro enterprises is likely to encourage entrepreneurship, promote the self-reliance, and boost the rural economy. Toward this, finance is an announced mechanism for supporting private sector-driven research and innovation commercial with a finance pool of the 1 trillion. However, we need to read the fine print to understand the implication of the outlay, particularly regarding the scope of private sector R&D. So yes, again, it is a great support for the MSME that they will be getting a 20 lakhs of the Mudra loan without any collateral. Earlier it was 10 lakhs and it was backed by the government. If there is a default by the person borrowing them, then the government guarantee was there and the banks were recovering the amount from the government only. They need to create a pool of the Mudra loans that then for the whole year they used to get the amount from the government in the next year. It also encouraging to see as a strong emphasis on the research and the innovation in agriculture, with a crucial government is looking to upgrading the upstream the farmer to the research. Specific to pharma sector, the removal of the custom duty on the pre-cancer drug will provide a relief to the cancer patient. How government needs to consider the GST exemption for all the cancer drugs could make cancer care more affordable. Now coming to the agriculture, they are giving the Indian economy and the primary dependent on the still primary dependent on the our agriculture sector. So they are taking step to bring reform to the agriculture by doing the research also, because uh, there is a drastic climate change cycle we are facing, and this climate change is hampering the crops of the farmer very easily, and they are going to research that how a seed can be grown to survive this climate change cycle. So yes, the budget also comes with doing the R&D in this area and upskilling and upgrading the fire to the modern farming technologies. And like there was a great step for reducing the import duties in the jewelry sector, cell phones, and again now they are saying that they have also reduced the import duty for the cancer drugs also. But still the government is charging a GST on the medicine. They are emphasizing that the steps should be taken to reduce the GST on those medicines that are affecting the life in very they are very dangerous. Like cancer is very hard and difficult to treat and cure, so there should be reduction in the GST on such diseases. The budget also offers significant support to the MSME sector. This ensures acceleration in the fund available to reducing the threshold of the working capital immunity and provides special attention to labor incentive measures. Yes, the MSME, usually what happens in the business that are sell your material on the debt. You allow the credit period to the buyers. But how you gonna be buying the input for that selling? So this requires the working capital economy, and for that MSME needs a loan or working capital funds. So they have increased the limit from 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs. A new mechanism will facilitate the contribution of the bank's rate to the MSME during the period of the stress. Additionally, the e-commerce exports hub will be established in the public and private partnership to have the MSME and additionally artisans to sell their products internationally, offering the seamless trade and export services under one roof. Okay, so again, one more incentive that the export hubs will be established. With the exports hub usually will be collecting the material from these MSME and will be providing the export facilities and the documentation about to them. So this will be public and private partnerships. The government and the private companies will be coming together to establish these exports hubs to help the MSMEs and the artisans to sell their products internationally, offering similar trades of another one. Okay. Finance Minister also announced that this will develop a taxonomy for the climate finance to enhance the availability of the capital for the climate adaptation and mitigation. She also announced that financial support to the micros and small limit to shift clear energy and introduce a policy for the electric storage to facilitate the smooth energy. Like India is also targeting to become a renewable energy, like highly powered by the renewable energy by 2047 when we have become developed. So we should be more dependent on the renewable energy source rather than the traditional coal based and the carbon based resources. For this, the government is taking steps to establish a solar panel in everywhere in the industry where possible. Like in the farms, they have established in every farms they are establishing a solar power backed by a motor pump, which will be extracting the water from the ground, totally dependent on the solar energy. These proposals sign GUI intention to promote renewable energy, green infrastructure, and sustainable practices to ensure the long-term environment and economy. It also underscores a commitment to include development and economic growth. One optimistic big budget potential, the future navigated part of the economy. Yes.